Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. UFOs are back in GTA 5 Online for 2025. That's right, guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the schedule, showing you exactly when they're going to be here. And there is some very time-sensitive ones, like always, that you're only going to get one day to be able to get. Because if you miss a day, you're screwed. We're going to be going over all of the locations. We'll be going over all of the unlocks. And we'll be going over just the entire time frame, basically. So without further ado, let's go over the schedule. All right, guys, so I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible for you guys to follow along with. But this is the calendar right beneath me, as you can see right here. You can see it's October, and it starts, you can see it says Monday, Tuesday, the 14th. So I'll put a little red circle around that. So Tuesday the 14th is the day the UFOs are going to be coming back. And as you can see right there on Tuesday the 14th, it has a number 1, a big number 1. Now, what that number 1 means on Tuesday the 14th is that that is the very first day of this event. Seems pretty easy. That's because it is. Now, if we move on to the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, you can see that is the second day of the event, and where it says number 2, and that is going to be the second UFO. Now, don't worry, we're going to be looking at this right here. This is the map of all the locations, and you can see on this map right here that it's numbered. So when we come back to this right here, and you can see Wednesday the 15th, and there's a big number 2, you can then look at this map and be like, okay, where is number 2? That's where I need to go on Wednesday the 15th. Same thing for this, right? Thursday the 16th. Let's say you wake up, it's Thursday the 16th. You look at this map, it says number 3 on it, or this calendar, sorry. And then you go to the map, look for number 3. That is where the location is going to be for the UFO that day. Now, this is where it gets a little bit, not tricky, but a little bit confusing. So you can see right here on Friday the 17th, it says number 4. Now, we will see where that is on the map. But as you can see down there in green, it says 1 day only. So if you want to collect all of these and take a picture of every single one of them, when it has this green circle around it and says 1 day only, that means you have one chance to get it. So Friday the 17th, the one that's on that day, you can only take a picture of that UFO on Friday the 17th. So number 4... as you can see on the map right here, this one, number 4, you're only going to be able to get that on Friday the 17th. You're probably thinking, well, do I need to take a picture of all of them, or can I just take a picture of 1 or 2 of them? Well, we're going to be going over all of the rewards here later on in the video. I'll tell you how much you get for each, taking a picture of each of them, how much you get for taking a picture of all 26 of them, and the rewards. Same thing, there's some stealth UFOs and things like that. So anyway, let's get back to the calendar. Okay, so you can see Saturday the 18th, there's number 5. You can just look on your map and see number 5. Same thing for the 19th with number 6. And then the 20th, Monday the 20th, that's also got the green circle around it. That is because it is also 1 day only. So you're only going to be able to take a picture of this one on that day. As we move on to the 21st, there's number 8. And then here we go, number 22. So October 22nd, Wednesday, October 22nd. You can see this one is a number 8 with an asterisk on it. This one is a stealth UFO. Now, the stealth UFO, you don't need to take a picture of. This is like a bonus. So I would definitely recommend taking a picture of it anyway. But if you take a picture of the stealth UFO on Wednesday the 22nd, you will get $50,000 plus 1,000 RP. So typically, you get 15,000 per UFO. For this one on the 22nd, you're going to get 50 grand. So it's just a little bit of a bonus. Also on the 22nd, you can see right next to the 8th down there, the bonus one, you can see there's a number 9. That one you do need to take a picture of because that will count towards you collecting all of them. So on Wednesday the 22nd, there'll be 2 UFOs. There'll be the 9th one, which you can see on the map right here. You have to take a picture of that one. And there'll be a number 8 with the asterisk. Now, that is going to be on the number 8 location, but it's going to be a different stealthy one that you don't need to take a picture of, but you will get a bonus. Like I say, it's just a bonus one for 50 grand. All right, then moving on, you can see the 23rd, number 10, 24th, number 11, and so on and so forth. But then we get to Sunday the 26th, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting. You can see 1, 2, 3. So what that means is if you missed October 14th, 15th, and 16th, let's say you didn't get any of those that day, you're going to have the opportunity to get them again on the 26th. And it looks very similar to that for the rest of this week too. You can see on Monday, we have 5, 8, and 11. So if you missed getting those ones, you'll have another opportunity on the 27th. Same thing from the 28th, you get 6, 10, and 12. On the 29th, you get 13 through 17. So there's going to be 5 UFOs that pop up that day. And those are all new ones. So you're going to have to make sure you take a picture of all 5 of those on the 29th. And then we have the 30th. You can see there's the green alien head, and all of them are now in green. So this is a little bit different from last year. Last year, you could only get abducted on the 31st on Halloween. This year, 2025, it starts on the 30th being abducted. You can see it's also 13 through 26 of the UFOs. So there's going to be loads of them scattered around the map you can go take pictures of if you missed any of them. But like I say, Friday the 17th, the number 4, the 20th, which is the number 7, and the 22nd, number 9, those are time sensitive. So if you didn't get those the days that it said to get them, you're not going to be able to get them again. But anyway, so the 30th is going to be the 13th through 26th. And then you can see the 31st is 13 through 26. November 1st is 13 through 26. And the 2nd of November is 13 through 26. So you're going to be able to get abducted this year, the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st and 2nd of November by the looks of it. Unless they cancel it or have like a tunable when they can just turn it off after Halloween, which could be a possibility, but it looks like it's going to go through the 2nd of November. But don't be surprised if it's not. So that is the calendar. Now let's move on to the map. And I know we've looked at it a little bit, but let's take a little bit more of a deeper look at it. All right, so as you can see right over here, this is the map. It's the same every single year, so there's not like an updated version. It's going to be the same locations every single year. So the very first one on Tuesday the 14th is going to be the one that's ding-a-ling-a-linging right here. And then you can also see 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here. So that's all you're going to have to do, is you're going to have to look at this map. In a little bit, I'll just have the map up on screen and the calendar so you can just screenshot it or come back to this video if you need help. But whichever day, whichever number correlates, you're going to come over to this map right here, take a little look at it, and that's it. It is that simple. All right, now let's move on to our final couple things, getting abducted and what are the unlocks. So as we've seen from the calendar, getting abducted doesn't start until the 30th. So you are going to have to wait until the 30th before you can get abducted. But how do you get abducted? Now, I'm going to do a video on this, obviously, on the 31st, doing it with you. But I've done this last year and in previous years, and this year it is a 50-50 chance, just like last year, to be abducted. So as I've said, the UFOs can be found between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., and that's the same for the ones that are going to be abducting you. So as you can see on my phone here, we're waiting until it hits 10, which on your phone, if you're not familiar with 24-hour clocks, is going to be 2200. And as soon as it hits 2200, as you can see right here, they all spawn in. Now, as soon as they've spawned in, you can run on over to your closest one, and like I say, there's a 50-50% chance that you'll be abducted or spat out. So as you can see right here, we found a location, we got pulled up into it, and then we basically got spat back out. And you can see we are in our little boxes right here, which is one of the unlocks, but we'll talk about that more in a minute. Once you try it again and finally get abducted to the secret lair, the secret bunker, you can actually get up and walk around. It's the same this year as last year. Last year was the first year they did this. But as you can see right here, you may notice on the walls, like on those TVs, there's a little pattern. Well, if you want to escape this bunker, you're going to need to pay attention to those. But like I say, I'll do a video when this is available, like walking you through exactly how to do it. It is very easy, but there's no point me showing you right now because you'll probably forget anyway. But essentially, if you follow all of these little tips and tricks that I'll show you closer to the time, you'll be able to walk out of the bunker and make an additional $25,000. But also, once you're in the bunker, if you wanted to unlock the shocker weapon, you can find a crowbar in the first room that you're in. And then once you've got that, you can walk on out into, I think it's the first or second room, and you'll see a big crate. Then you can just open up that crate, unlock the shocker, and then when you eventually leave, whether it's by doing the little thing that I told you about, pulling the right levers and walking out of there, or doing it wrong and getting suffocated by gas, you can test out your new shocker weapon and see if you like it. I honestly don't really use it that much. It's cool, but meh. All right, guys, now let's talk about the rewards. We've gone over the schedule, we've gone over the map, we've gone over being abducted. Hopefully, at this point, you are very familiar of how this Halloween event is going down. So what are the rewards exactly? And is it worth doing anything that I've told you in this video here today? So first of all, shout out to Sokan. He is the one that created this image that you can see up on screen here today. So anyway, let's go over the rewards and see if it's worth doing it for you guys, because they're not that great, to be honest with you. It's more so the entire month of October is more of an experience than it is to make money. It's just a fun experience. But anyway, if you photograph each of the UFOs, so all 26 of them, you'll get an additional $50,000 and you'll unlock the Believe cap sets, as you can see up on screen right here. Nothing too exciting, but you know, it's something. For each UFO, so let's say you just see them and you're not really following or paying attention, but when you see them, you take a picture, you'll get 15,000 plus 1,000 RP. Now, the stealth one we already talked about earlier in the video. You'll get 50,000 for that, and you can see that is on the 22nd of October. You'll also get 1,000 RP for that one as well. And starting October 30th, as you can see right over here, it says get abducted by a UFO, and you'll unlock the UFO boxer set and the question mark t-shirt, which is nothing new, unfortunately, same as last year. And then if you get abducted by the UFO and you go to the secret lab, the bunker, you'll get the shocker and the gray space interloper outfit. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the UFOs and GTA 5 Online for this holiday season. Hopefully this video helped you out a little bit. I'll leave in the description down below as well a link to all the UFO locations. Or just make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you know when I upload more videos like this. And you can come back here and check out this video if you need help later on. But this is just the first, actually, and this is not. This is probably the third of many videos we're doing for the just October Halloween season. If you want some more guides, some more unlocks, and more UFO, or not UFO, but Halloween themed stuff, check out the links in the description down below. There's a lot more Halloween unlock videos there for you, and there's going to be a lot more coming up. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on to see those. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video. Goodbye.